Hello, how are we? Hi guys.
I'm fine. You are live on here. No swear.
Not a swear word out of sight for me.
So Isaiah, tell us who are you? I like saying that because I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Okay.
So tell us all about Isaiah.
Um, God, you put me on the spot. A online content creator. I like to make videos. I like to act. I like to direct. Aspiring filmmaker, I think, is the best way to put it.
I like that.
Yeah, just creative. That's without being cocky.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with being cocky and creative. You've got to be. Well, how do you cope under COVID and lockdown?
It's in a creative sense. COVID hasn't been much of a struggle for me because usually when it comes to filming locations, you've got to ask for permission and you've got to go through so many different security checks. But with now no one being anywhere, I can walk into L1 during the height of the pandemic and film whatever I want. I can walk into all these shopping centres and go as I please. So in a creative sense, I've dealt with COVID pretty well, but on a personal level, it's been very stressful. I guess it's taken a hit on my mental health in a way, but it's improving because now I'm back in university, I'm back socialising with other people, so it's had its ups and downs, but I think we're at an up at the moment with COVID.
I think as well for so many people, you saying all these things actually can resonate with so much of what you've said because it has literally, affected the majority of people's mental health. So thank you for sharing that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what was it about YouTube that got you even, setting it all up and creating content?
I was about 8 or 9 years of age, and I was in the car one day from coming home from school with my dad, and we saw these two black guys who just kind of looked rather humorous, just by the little thumbnail. So we clicked on the video, and the name's KSI and Comedy Strokes Gamer, or also known as Deji, and they were just the funniest two people I've ever seen. I believe I was 9. As a 9-year-old, I'm sitting there hysterically laughing, and the same way my dad is just hysterically laughing. They can relate to a 9-year-old, and I believe I would say a 31-year-old at the time. My maths is probably incorrect, but yeah, I just really connected with KSI especially. He's a black British young man of Nigerian descent like myself, and there was nothing really too special about him. I just guess he could make people laugh and he was hardworking, and I just saw a bit of myself within him, and ever since then I've just been inspired to take my career online to the heights that he has. He's had professional boxing matches, he's got music on the radio, he's an actor, he's done all sorts, and that's just from making videos in his bedroom, as I believe he was 18 years of age when he first started.
Well, this is the thing because, I'm a parent to a 9-year-old who loves, watching YouTubers and he loves watching gamers play games, and, so when you talk about KSI, I know KSI because my little one and other young people, and it's that number one, representation. But also for parents like myself, I'm probably your parents, we're thinking, how are you going to make money from YouTube?
Yeah.
Decent career, do you know what I mean? And little things like, when, he loves playing games, and do you remember when that young lad won Fortnite, and he won, was like $1 million?
Yeah, it was something ridiculous. I think about
Do you know what I mean?
3 mil, yeah.
And that's when the parents were like, maybe there is something in this. But, you didn't mention the money. You mentioned everything else, but the money,
Yeah. I think it's the passion. I think the money's nice, you know, the money would be lovely to have, but it's it's just wanting the legacy more for me. But you know, the world's changed in a way. I don't expect dad to get it. I don't expect my mum to get it. I don't really expect anyone over the age of like 27, you know, 28 to really understand this YouTube thing, because I don't understand the new, I don't understand TikTok. That's the newest thing, what my sister's on, and everyone younger than me, and I'm only 18, so if I don't understand this, how are they going to understand this huge platform that where people can, you know, be their own production company in a sense and do exactly whatever they want. There's no one to silence them. It's weird, it's strange, if you compare it to everything else that's happened in history. There's never been anything like YouTube, and I think that's what makes me gravitate towards it in a way.
Well, this is it, isn't it? Because a lot of older people don't get it. You don't get social media, and as you mentioned, as you just said there, when you talk, you know, it's you are your own production team. You also your own, you know, PR and marketing team.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work that goes into getting those followers, getting those, you know, getting those likes, getting the adverts, getting all of that. But again, you know, you're also sharing and a lot of yourself as well.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are scared. A lot of people want to try YouTube, but they're scared to try it because it's the instant reaction. You know, do I have the look? Do I sound like what people want me to sound like? Being from Liverpool, I know I don't really have a heavy Scouse accent, but I know a lot of people in this city who don't want to try out YouTube because they think, oh, you know, the rest of the UK, they don't like us, they don't like the way we sound. We're not for the internet, you know, we just get laughed at. So that's another thing that kind of fuels me. You know, I want to represent Liverpool as well as representing black people, as well as representing England, as well as representing Nigeria and all these other different things in life. But yeah,
I like what you said then, because there's a few people who they don't put us in a positive light, and especially when you are a black Scouser, it's like you already laugh at us as Scousers, but then in a way it's like they're intrigued that there's black Scousers. So you can get like, oh my god, that accent come from your mouth.
That's something that I think people always look at me and think, oh, you know, London or something, and it's like, no, Liverpool. Whenever I meet someone outside, because even going to university, you know, the question is always, where are you from? And it's weird because it's like, I go to uni in Liverpool, and there's Scousers or there's people who are from outside of Liverpool still asking me where I'm from, and I thought I sounded Scouse enough to already come across as, yeah, you know, I'm a Scouser, but I think, yeah, you just don't put black with Scouse, which is maybe another thing that I can try and change.
And one of the things that, you know, I loved was watching your YouTube video that you did, and you were discussing obviously about lockdown and how that affected you and the family, and about your mum as well and what she was going through. Would you like to share that with us? So my mum has heart failure. It was more, I don't know if it was lockdown, I think it was more me trying to I went through not a couple of bad things, but I got knocked back through a couple of things trying to get new phones and, you know, equipment to make videos in university, and it kind of put me down. But when I kind of compared my situation to my mother's, who has heart failure, has 3 kids to take care of, has the hernia's probably grown in her stomach now. You know, she doesn't want to get put to sleep, because if she does get put to sleep when going through surgery for the hernia, to get the hernia taken out, her heart might not start back up. You know, she's got real stress going on, she's got real issues, and I'm sitting here moaning, being moody, complaining about a MacBook or, you know, a new iPhone. It kind of changed my perspective on things and made me realise, like, you know, I wake up every day in a bed, we're during a time where
a lot of people are getting this virus and they're not making it out. I'm lucky to not even be near anyone who's had it yet. So I just think, yeah, I just realised how blessed I actually am, and I try to stop complaining as much now and just appreciate what life has given me.
I love that. Oh, you're so impressive. I like that. And you know what? It takes a lot to be able to reflect, because that's a lot of reflection, you know, but also being able to share that with the world. So, you know, that's brilliant. So going forward, when do you graduate?
So I've just started, so it would be 2023, yeah, is graduation year for me.
God, what a year to start university.
Worst year I could have started. No freshers, no nothing.
Yes.
Just coursework.
Oh God, but you know what, Isaiah, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Wishing you all the luck, because it is hard for young people right now, and it's nice to get, you know, to get your perspective on how things are going for you, and how you're getting on, because sometimes we do forget that there's young ones out there who are also maybe struggling but finding creativity as an outlet. So thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to be here.
Well, you know, we're friends for life now.
See you later.
Say hello to your mum and dad for me.
I will do. Thank you.
Have a good evening. Bye.
Bye. Success, fuckers. Alright. Well, I don't know if you're going to see this video, and I don't know if you're going to see this footage in another video, or I'm just going to upload it to YouTube on its own. But yeah, hope you enjoyed.